Chelsea have gotten their second loss of the season, and all of the losses they've gotten are away from home. Their first loss of the season was against a side which goes by names of Leeds at Aaron Road in that game where Koulibaly got a red card. But before Koulibaly got a red card, the game was already 3 goals in favor of Leeds. That was at Aaron Road, 3 goals to nil. Today they've gone ahead to a side which goes by names of St. Mary's Stadium, and Chelsea have been beaten by 2 goals to 1. Looks like Thomas Tuchel is really having a very, very bad start, and it shows you how things can easily change. At the beginning of the season, which team was being laughed at? Obviously, Manchester United. Remember, 2 games, 2 losses that were really got by Manchester United, and there was a humiliating defeat from Brentford that United conceded 4 goals in first half. And guess what? Chelsea has gone ahead to get its second loss in the first 5 games of the season. The first game, Chelsea won against Everton by 1 goal to nil, but it was a struggling win. The second game they drew against Spurs 2-2, a game that I really believe that it's the best game that Chelsea has played this season, and that I don't really rate it a lot because it was a London derby, and it doesn't really require a team to come in here and down tools, especially when it comes to the London derby. The game was level, a game that I really believe that Chelsea created very many chances, but they never really buried them to the back of the net. The other game, they are beaten by Leeds 3 goals to nil. Last weekend, they won 2-1 against Leicester, a lucky side, that is Chelsea, because they played close to 60 minutes when they had a red card, and this time round, they've gone ahead to be beaten by Southampton by 2 goals to 1. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that I do upload in here on a daily. We really want to hit 7,000 subscribers, and we are only at 6,500. We are still left with some 500 subscribers, guys. Endeavor to subscribe to the channel. Now, when you look at the Chelsea team, you really get worried. You really get worried. I've always told people that I support Manchester United. However much our side looking worrying, but the side of Chelsea is looking very, very worrying. Why is it very worrying? It looks like the manager has really got fed up of players that have been here for so long, and it's no way a worry to me or a surprise to me that Chelsea is losing like this. You can fall out with all your forwards: Pulisic, Hakimi Ziyech, Calmson Odoi, Timo Werner, Romelu Lukaku. You can tell me that all those five forwards, Ross Barkley, those are 6, close to 7 forwards that Chelsea has, that you've fallen out with them and the manager is the problem. We've seen Hakimi Ziyech is a quality player. Christian Pulisic is a quality player. You get? Hakimi Ziyech is a quality player. Timo Werner. But the problem is, people are not looking at the problem and they're looking at the players. Guys, when are you going to come out and agree that Thomas Tuchel is the problem at this club? He's the problem. You can't tell me that all the 7 forwards that Chelsea are having are the problem. That's not right. Bring in Raheem Sterling. He has gone ahead to score. Obviously, his 3rd goal of the season for Chelsea. Remember, he scored a brace against Leicester. But that does not really show you the real picture at Chelsea. Obviously, he has gone ahead to score, but Chelsea couldn't find another goal. You might be having that person or that player who is going to get you the first goal, but who is really going to get you another one? Because after scoring that goal, Sterling couldn't go back to really find the second goal for Chelsea, and Chelsea lost. Put 7 players on the weighing scale and Thomas Tuchel on this other side of the weighing scale. For any owner of the club, like Tony Boyle, who has gone ahead to spend all that amount of money to bring in other players. And Thomas Tuchel has always been saying or emphasizing a point that their defense is the problem. They need to go in and strengthen it. The defense has been strengthened, but it concedes goals. The defense concedes goals. It's worrying. This is forcing me to make a statement that maybe Thomas Tuchel might be the first manager to be sacked out of the Premier League this season. And it's possible. It's possible for him to be given a sack. No, already, oh sorry, not the first, because Scott Parker has already been sacked. Scott Parker has already been sacked. Maybe it's going to be the second, because people like Toddy Boyle don't want to start their era at Chelsea like this. That's why he's spending all the money he has in the pocket. He loosened the purse strings to get money and bring in players at Chelsea. Khalid Koulibaly, £34 million. Wesley Fofana, 75. Chicharella, 65. £62 million. Raheem Sterling, £45 million. You get? How do you look in the eyes of a man like Toddy Boyle, who has spent close, let me see, 75, 45, that is 120, then 62, 187. A man who has spent so far £200 million plus, and you tell him that you are really losing like that. The manager made the point that I want defenders first. The defenders have been brought in, and obviously things are not working out. So Thomas Tuchel needs to go in and really watch through himself. It's a positive for Chelsea that Raheem Sterling has gone ahead to go on and really score in his second consecutive game. He's having 3 goals. But ask yourself, when he doesn't score, will Chelsea score? They won't, because Chelsea have survived a lot. The game of Leicester City, they're supposed to lose because Leicester was not up to the level they're supposed to be. Red cards have become red cards. 2 red cards so far in this season, one on Conor Gallagher and the other of Khalid Koulibaly. It shows you that there is something wrong at the team that is not being addressed in the media. So, let me show you something. Let me not even show you something, because this is evident if you're watching this game. Chelsea put in an effort first, and they scored a goal from a man who goes by the names of Raheem Sterling. This is how he scored that goal. That's how he scored the goal. You see that effort? That is a man who goes by names of Raheem Sterling for you. That's how everything went in. That's how he scored the first goal of Chelsea in the 23rd minute. That's how everything happened and went down at St. Mary's Stadium. After only 5 minutes, that's what worries. That's what worries me. After 5 minutes, this happened to Chelsea. A shot from the 18 yards box area into the back of the net. It was a screamer, and obviously Chelsea were level. In the second half, Chelsea came in through. And when Chelsea came in through, it never needed, by the way, the second half, because Adam Armstrong put Leeds ahead in the 45th minute of the game. That's what happened for Chelsea. So Chelsea had 45 minutes to get a point or win this game, but they couldn't break down Southampton in the entire 45 minutes. That shows you that there is a problem at the forward line of Chelsea. You can't tell me that all the players I've told you when this video is starting, Hakimi Ziyech, Callum Odoi, Romelu Lukaku, Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Pulisic. When you look at the attack line of Chelsea, it's really immense. It's really immense. It's really threatening, and things are always not to the level as we expect them to be always. And they've lost games and games and games. So it's really very annoying to me that Chelsea is really doing like that. I don't support Chelsea. I support Manchester United. But when you look at the forward line of Chelsea, Chelsea would have been winning games at like 4 goals scored and conceded 2. I have no problem with that, because I know they're having problems with their defensive line. But what's happening at Chelsea, they are defending and they are losing. They are defending, that's it. Because if at all Chelsea was not good at defending, you never know. They would have conceded a 3rd goal in the second half, but obviously they couldn't concede. a third one, but they couldn't score a second one and a third one and a fourth one to grant them a lead into this game of football. That's where I see a problem with Chelsea, and that's why I come in here and really tell you that Thomas Tuchel is really the problem at Chelsea, because he has very good forwards. You can't tell me that when you have Christian Pulisic, Ziyech, Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, and very many others, that you can't break down the back four of a side which goes by the names of of Southampton. And Southampton had already been beaten by United on Saturday by 1-0. If a United that is just trying to find its form back happened to beat Southampton 1-0, and on paper, if you're to weigh these sides, United has just gotten better because they've brought in Casemiro, Anthony, Lisandro Martinez, and all of those players that Erik ten Hag has brought in have not gone ahead to go on and play very well. So, to me, my problem is the manager of Chelsea. And let me first bring you what the manager said. The manager of Chelsea at the end of the game, he has been talking to BT Sport, and this is what he said. Thomas Tuchel said, "I don't know why, but we start well in all the games almost, but obviously we struggle with our focus and consistency. It's not enough to play 20 minutes. One thing goes against us and we struggle to find answers. It does not take a lot to beat us. This is what I don't like." So, he has also come out and really committed to himself and confirmed that it doesn't take a lot to beat Chelsea. Do you know why? When they score that first goal, they don't score a second one. In all of the games I've seen Chelsea win, it just needs the opponent not to score in very many goals. That's it. In the game of Spurs, if they really had scored more goals, they would have gone ahead to really win against Chelsea. But Chelsea scored after Spurs leveled the game. That's it. In the first game they played against Everton, they would have been on a different level altogether. But the problem was, Everton never had a centre forward to put those balls at the back of the net. The game of Leeds, they never even scored. Leeds put 3 goals ahead of them. Same applies to Leicester City. Leicester was trying to come back, and it was the crossbar that saved Chelsea from not losing 3 points. That's it. Because the game was at 2-1 and Ayoze Perez hit that crossbar instead. Then, when you look at the game today, they only scored once. They never really showed up again. So the manager has a reason to worry. But to me, I really believe that Thomas Tuchel needs to check his notes. First and foremost, I think he should change his playing system. He should really change his playing system that really fits his players. If he doesn't, trust me, he's going to be one of those managers to be sacked. I repeat it. Thomas Tuchel, if he doesn't change his system, he's going to be one of those managers to be sacked at first. Let's jet into the stats of the game. Southampton had 9 shots. Have you had 9 shots? Chelsea had 10. This is the shocking stat. 7 shots on target by Southampton, 4 shots on target by Chelsea. 32% ball possession by Southampton, meaning that Southampton left the ball for Chelsea, and they said, all right, let's really play a deep line. Chelsea with 68%. 254 passes completed by Southampton. Chelsea completed 547 passes. 60% passing accuracy. Chelsea had 81. 15 fouls committed by Southampton. 10 committed by Chelsea. 2 yellow cards to Southampton. 1 to Chelsea. 0 red cards to both sides, 0 offsides for Southampton, 3 for Chelsea, 5 corners by Southampton and 3 for Chelsea. It shows you how much Chelsea were struggling, especially in things concerning set pieces. So, we show you the table right now. Where is Chelsea? Chelsea is placed 8th. And if at all United wins tomorrow, that people are really talking ill about and rubbishing every time, they'll have 9 points. You get? And Southampton is now having 7 points. And obviously Arsenal is still on top of the table. Man City, Tottenham Hotspur, and Brighton all having 10 points. So let's wait and see what is going to happen tomorrow at tomorrow I think it's Arsenal. Arsenal is playing Aston Villa, Man City is playing Nottingham Forest. So I think those two teams are going to be great. And United is playing against Leicester on Thursday. Guys, thank you very much for watching in. Your reactions to this loss of Chelsea is welcome into the comment section below. Rokani David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. May the Almighty God bless you abundantly. But Chelsea has gone ahead to lose again and again. I'm out.